Holy Toledo.
That was the quickest thing ever.
Well, that was quick compared to the 3-hour check-in in Grand Cayman.
So I am installing our barnacle system. I'm finishing up this install.
Another day, another adventure. So what just happened there?
Got pulled over.
First experience in a pretty foreign grocery store. I think we did okay. The meat section and the fresh egg section smelled a little different than I was accustomed to, but we got a call this morning that we are going to be transiting the Panama Canal tomorrow morning at 4 o'clock a.m.
Heading out on our own with our hope in the clouds, and we're starting to see that we're onto something. Feel it coming, we'll keep running, nothing in our way. We got what it takes. Here we go. With the sunlight on our skin, it's a brand new day, it's ours to take, and we will let it in. This is where the adventure begins.
Good morning and welcome to Panama. We made it across our 6-day passage of the Caribbean Sea, and we're in the flats off of Shelter Bay. We've got to go in because we've got the Q flag up, so we've got to go in and check into Panama. So apparently Shelter Bay doesn't have a dinghy dock, so we just anchored out at the flats. We weren't planning on coming into the marina because it's like $80+ a night, and we just spent over $800 in Jamaica, and we don't have a huge budget for marinas because we don't plan on being in marinas. So we just have the dinghy. He said we come over here, you pay $12 a day, and we're gonna check into Panama.
Went into the marina office here and gave us a form that we need to fill out.
Is this not Customs and Immigration?
This is not customs. This is just marina services. We're set for Friday to check into the marina, and we got to go check in with Customs and Immigration.
We walk behind the marina to go find immigration and the port captain to go check into the country.
Nope. Hello.
Bien caliente a hervir, lo vas a poner en un vaso y le vas a exprimir.
Holy Toledo.
That was the quickest thing ever.
Well, that was quick compared to the 3-hour check-in in Grand Cayman. And we don't expect everyone to speak English, so it's just breaking out your Google Translate and translating back and forth. Did we pay anything?
No.
Oh, and check-in, you don't pay anything.
Yep.
We've done port captain and immigration. I guess we now have to go get our cruising permit. Three different places. So checking in a country is usually a half-a-day activity. Would you say that, Davis?
Yeah.
So one thing that's helpful, I've got this fireproof, waterproof bag that we put this folder in that I got off of Amazon, and it's got compartments like this, so file folders. So you've got all your documentation, your insurance, your Coast Guard stuff. I've got all of our previous clearing in forms, our passports, birth certificates, immunization records, all in this one folder. So before you guys leave whatever country you're coming from, make multiple copies of each of those things, because almost every country you have to give them copies of those, and if you don't have them, you pay whatever it is.
After checking in, we lugged our huge parasailer over to the on-site sail lock to be repaired.
And I think there may be damage up here. There are tears. It fell in the water.
To Panama, we are anchored out here in the flats outside of Shelter Bay Marina. They say this is a rolling anchorage, and that's why a lot of people don't anchor here. And let me tell you, We usually just secure our dinghy when we're on passages, but this is so rolly in here, I think Rob may have to actually secure the dinghy so it stops rocking back and forth. We have a list of projects that we are trying to get completed in the next, today is Wednesday, and we go through the canal on Monday. So we've got a list of projects that we want to try and get done before we cross over to the Pacific side.
I thought we were going to get these done while we're in Panama.
It is so stinking hot here. We are wearing minimal clothes because it's hot and sweaty. And humid. Very, very humid. I'm sticky. I woke up in the morning and felt like I had it's sticky.
So I am installing our barnacle system. I'm finishing up this install though. I've run the camera and now I've got 2 pirate lights that are gonna go on the back.
They're not pirate lights because pirate lights went out of business.
Well, not pirate lights, but it's lights that if the alarm goes off, the back's gonna get lit up and there's gonna be a siren that's gonna go off. It's floodlights and sirens, and yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and finish up this install so Shannon feels safe while we are on board.
And while we're in these remote places where people have been boarded and killed.
Well, it's not gonna stop them from killing us, but you know it.
Okay, but still.
It'll make enough noise.
Risk management. Risk management.
Yes, the barnacle system will help us. Especially if we leave the boat anywhere for any amount of time, we can set the alarm. It's got door sensors, and what it does is it'll alert my phone if something trips. I also have bilge. It monitors the bilges too. So now that we've arrived in Panama, our chart plotter needed to be updated because we had charts for the Caribbean and South America. So I've gone ahead and downloaded all the charts for the Pacific Islands all the way over towards Fiji, Tonga, and Vanuatu. So I've got that downloaded to the computer. Gonna update the Navionics chip for our chart plotter and get that inserted. So we'll have up-to-date charts so we can stay away from the reefs, hopefully.
So you never think you're gonna use some things on board, but this ladder right here, if you want to get up to this space, which is behind your helm, your autopilot, all your electronics. So having a collapsible ladder really kind of comes in handy.
I hold in my hand a $300 chip. Basically, it's a mini SD that's got to go all the way. Come see. It's got to go all the way up there. That's where it's
Probably
home
like
is.
10 feet.
So I've got to replace this all the way up there, and without dropping it in the vast abyss of electronics back here. All right. Well, we are headed into Shelter Bay Marina. We have been on anchor for about 4 days out in the bay at the flats. It hasn't been the best. It's been a little bit rolly and a lot of windy spots, but we're gonna head in and get some stuff done and get ready for our crossing.
Our advisor met us at the dock and did a quick check to make sure we had a working head for the advisor and an air horn. He also updated us on our transit and gave us some tips on how to prepare the boat.
Another day, another adventure. So Rob went this morning. One of our boat neighbors kindly needed to go into Cologne, so he let Rob ride with them into Cologne. And you want to tell him the story?
Yeah, so we tried to rent from Hertz, but everybody's closed on Sundays here again. So nobody would rent me a car for just one day to return it tomorrow. So I went over to this place. They're open on Sunday. This express car, but they didn't have a car available. So
And we have to get to Panama City tonight to pick up McKenna because she's 19 and she's never flown really by herself, let alone internationally. So we were not going to put her on a taxi or a bus all the way here because it's like over an hour. So they are graciously letting us borrow their rental car so we can go into Panama City today. We're gonna get some groceries that we need to get to transit the canal for the advisor and the line handlers and stuff. And then we're gonna pick McKenna up tonight.
Whew.
Are we back to driving on the right? Is this right?
This is.
I don't even know what's right anymore. Yeah, so this is just like home.
Yes, just like home.
All right.
A lot easier.
It's pretty bad when you've been away for a couple of months and haven't driven a car and you forget what side of the car that the steering wheel is on.
But driving through town earlier, it's crazy. Basically, I was told you have to be very aggressive. Nobody really pays attention to any of the road signs, so you just kind of like have to stick your nose out and work your way out. And if you're not aggressive, you're not going anywhere.
All right.
This is the old Fort Sherman, and this is where I guess all locals come to hang out on the weekend because the beach is full. You can see here, bunch of people.
Bunch of abandoned housing. Just a tip, if you're having any friends or family fly in to join you on your crossing across the canal, try not to have them fly in on a Saturday, because if you're planning on renting a car, there's no one open on Sundays to be able to return the car if you cross on Monday. If you don't, like if we just needed it for one day, that was our issue. How much was it?
$2.30.
And she took your, oh wow, she gave us American money back?
It's American money here.
Shut up!
Dollar bills, except the
Oh.
change is Panamanian, so.
Sweet! So Davis is practicing his Spanish by reading the road signs that we're passing. What did that just say?
Oh, no littering on the highway.
We are walking in here. We are on the hunt for an ice maker since our ice maker broke in the Cayman Islands, and one in the Cayman Islands was $279. So here online it said they have one for $99, so we'll see.
It's even smaller than the last one. It's tiny. It's really tiny.
I don't care. It's an ice maker. I will take it. Score! We successfully purchased a new ice maker in Panama.
Woo! Space saving.
Hopefully it will work, and it's space saving too.
Time to kill before we made our way to the airport, so we decided to look around the Auburn Mall.
It's just like an American mall. It's like the Avenues in Jacksonville.
And where? This is like a mall back in the 90s. It's so crowded, they're like dying in America now, and this is like the place to be here because it's so freaking hot.
They don't believe in straws.
Oh no, it's like a sippy cup.
I know.
They don't do straws.
Well, that's kinda cool.
But still, it's a plastic lid.
Okay, well, they're still trying.
They're trying.
I applaud that.
They're
So
trying.
your first McDonald's in 4 months?
A McDonald's drink.
You want to buy an M&P 9? There's a Colt 45.
You just buy them in the mall.
Just buy them in the mall.
Well, considering this taser over here, because they don't ask if tasers are on board.
Right.
We're in the Target of Panama.
Davis is in hog heaven right now. He has been begging for KFC, so we are at a mall. They had a KFC, and he's buying it with his own money. That is one happy kid today. So what'd you get?
KFC.
Chicken nuggets?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
For me, when I will know if it's actual KFC, if it's spicy.
You've been waiting for those for a while, haven't you?
After spending several hours at the mall, we headed towards the airport to pick up our girl.
¿Passport? Ah, no le... Le voy a dar la oportunidad de que se vaya, pero la infracción aquí.
Gracias, thank you.
Gracias. So what just happened there?
We got pulled over, but luckily
No, you got stopped.
now it's 40.
I think maybe she felt sorry for us because we had to Google Translate the whole thing.
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, thank you, Lord,
But
for
it was crazy because I was actually going. I was behind somebody, and
they pulled us over.
They pulled us over, so whatever. But, you know, hey.
Oh, nope. Keep going.
This is it.
El Fuerte. Yes. Whoa, what in the heck is this place?
I think
We have found the Super Walmart of Panama.
We still had a little bit of time before we picked up McKenna, so we decided to stop for some groceries for our transit tomorrow.
First non-refrigerated eggs I've ever met in my life. Well, that was an experience, wasn't it, Davis? So you weigh your produce and you get a ticket for it and you put it on before you go to the register, because I took all my produce up there and I didn't weigh any of it and they didn't like that very much. So first experience in a pretty foreign grocery store. I think we did okay. The meat section and the fresh egg section smelled a little different than I was accustomed to, but it was cool. We got everything we needed to cross the Panama Canal for our line advisor, or our line handlers and our advisor.
parking.
Yes, parking.
We are at Tucumán Airport and we are waiting for McKenna.
Who's McKenna?
My sister.
You excited?
Yeah, because I mean it's the only family member I get to see other than those two. Okay, so what are your thoughts?
I'm excited to see my girl.
Yeah. The only other child you get to see other than me.
No kidding. Well, she was excited to come too. She's on her spring break from Auburn and she's spending it to help us cross the Panama Canal.
Yeah. She landed. The only Delta plane that's on here right now.
Speed.
McKenna!
Long flight? Long flight? Hi, girl.
I started getting antsy at an hour and a half.
We got everything in.
In our little tiny car.
Go around and look at Davis. Go around and look at Davis.
Davis,
Hey.
you fitting in there?
Yeah.
For an hour ride back to the marina. So we found another McDonald's. McKenna's starving, but we've never seen a chicken Big Mac
Or a bacon Big Mac.
or Guyaba.
Coca-Cola.
They have a diet Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola.
Sí.
C Cola. Coke.
Puedo avanzar 6:30.
I think that was
Oh,
I think that was the total.
Okay. Gracias.
Gracias.
Wow.
You're back on the boat. Is it like you remember?
Oh yeah, it's actually cleaner than I remember.
What?
Yeah, Mom. Maybe it's just because the rugs are
Oh, because we don't have the rugs here anymore.
that and there's like nothing on that table.
Well, we cleaned for you.
Thank you, Mom.
You're welcome. Glad to have you here.
It's glad to be here.
And a huge thank you for McKenna for being our mule with 2 40-pound bags of parts and stuff that we needed and just niceties to have in life. We got a call this morning that we are going to be transiting the Panama Canal tomorrow morning at 4 o'clock a.m. So we just got word the line handlers are going to be dropped off around 6 o'clock tonight. So part of the transiting thing is you have to provide all the meals for them. You have to provide bottled water for them and meat at every single meal. So they're going to be eating dinner with us tonight. So I'm going to go ahead, while we're in the marina and we're connected to electric, I'm going to go ahead and make some baked ziti. And then I'm making some fresh Italian bread now. And we'll have a salad. And then tomorrow morning I'm going to make like egg, ham cheese, bacon sliders. So I'm gonna go ahead and prep these. So all I have to do is put those into the oven when they're ready to eat breakfast tomorrow. And then lunch, we're gonna do like hoagie sandwiches. So we just bought ham and turkey, cheddar, and then like mayo mustard, and then chips. I'm gonna go ahead and make some hummus, some cookies, some fruit, and then tomorrow night, they're supposed to be off the boat. They said we could just give them a sandwich, but we're gonna make Alfredo with chicken so they can just eat with us if need be. But we were told that if they don't like what you eat, or specifically the advisor, if he doesn't like the food that you serve, he can order out and have food delivered to the boat at your expense. So it's a little intimidating. So I'm just trying to get everything ready so we can have a smooth day tomorrow. So a lot of people don't really care so much what they're feeding them, but I kind of treat this as like, this is my home, and if I was gonna have guests into my home, this is what I'd want to prepare for you. So that's why I'm going through the trouble of making like cute muffins and like nicer meals, because they're guests in your home.
Good breeze, right?
So we met Teal and Emma, and
And Liv's over back on the boat, but...
from SB Basic, which is cool because we've watched them for years.
Yeah, hello.
So our line handlers were supposed to be here at 6 o'clock, and it is 7.
8. They're supposed to be here at 8.
No, it was 6, and then it was moved to 8, and we're starving. So we are just going to eat, and we'll leave some for them. Shannon has opted for one more night in the marina with AC because it is such a luxury. So we're gonna be moving the boat at 3:30 in the morning out of this marina to meet our advisor out on anchor. All right, you say the blessing, Davis?
Dear Lord, will surprise him.
Amen. Hope us have a safe passage and transit tomorrow.
Bless.
So we just met our 2 line handlers. They just
Kai
came
and Guti.
and dropped off our lines and our fenders for tomorrow. And they just transited the Panama Canal today on 2 other sailboats. They finished the transit, hopped on a bus, and 2 hours later they're over here. So
They're getting cleaned up, and then they're gonna come back, and they're gonna have dinner, and then we'll just chill out and get ready for the boat to
everyone's
go.
going to bed. It's gonna be an early night if we got to get up at 4 a.m. and it's gonna be a 12-hour day. So. Now that is fancy. Can you introduce yourself? Me llamo.
Mi nombre es,
Oh no, yes.
in English,
Sí.
my name is Agustín.
And
My name is Alcibiade.
Kai.
Kai. Oh, I was like, you didn't say that
My name
before.
is Agustín. For my name,
Okay.
acronym is Guti.
Guti. Okay, Guti and Kai.
Yeah.
All right, there are men tomorrow that's going to help us out.
Yeah.
Your nose.
So it's 10 o'clock at night. We just cleaned up. Our 2 line handlers are in bed. Kids are getting ready to go to bed, and we are gearing up for a 3:30 wake-up call.
3, something like that, yeah. 3 o'clock, 3:30, and
Yep.
wow.
We have to navigate out of this marina and out to the flats to meet our advisor. And
From there, we'll head into the Katoon locks.
Yep. So he said that we should be finished. He's expecting us to finish tomorrow by like
2:30, 3
2:30?
o'clock.
I'm like, dude, that's pushing it.
Yeah,
But-
we'll see.
We'll see.
Yay.
Are you excited, Davis? Let me hold it.
Kind of.
Let me hold it. What do you think about going through the canal
Well,
tomorrow?
I'll wake up and I'll go back to sleep.
Yeah, you will.
That's fine.
And then when we get to the locks, I'll
But,
wake you up.
but you're going to be our videographer.
I know. Well, I'm getting 20
So if you
bucks.
get sick on the next video, it's all from this guy.
What?
So send him stable vibes.
Yep.
Huh?
All right, can you say goodnight?
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.